Welcome to Black Belt Beauty Radio, a podcast fueled by a passion to support your journey in developing your most beautiful and optimal performance in life. Each episode is driven with the intention to elevate your mind. When we elevate our mind, we elevate our life. So get ready. It's time to rise. Hey, beautiful people. What's up? Welcome back. It's Solosode time. And today I want to get deep on the ideas around appreciation, gratitude. Feels like a very kind of common word that we hear these days. Why? What is it about this gratitude thing? I feel like gratitude is truly, it's a kick-ass tool that really helps to advance us forward in not just the direction that, will lead us to what we intend and desire to create for ourselves and for our lives, but it's really this kind of feel-good bridge that allows us to enjoy the process to achieving what we envision and what we desire, and I found so literally today, as I was journaling and in my morning ritual moment, there's a lot of, we all have things that we want to accomplish in life, right? Obviously, myself included, things that I'm working on a daily basis. And for the most part, I feel like I move from a flow state, which is a wonderful feeling. It's not very tense and there's not much resistance. And that's partially also because I think, taking the time to meditate in the morning and offer myself some time to really connect with myself, I can observe myself very well throughout the day to know when I'm gripping too tight and then remind myself to let go. So I think that a morning ritual, that's kind of a solosode in of itself, and I'll get to that at another time. But to go back to this morning, I found myself as I was writing and really centering myself and deeply getting connected within myself, I felt a sense of kind of haste, a sense of almost like impatience within me. And it was a sense of haste towards the things that I want to manifest, that I know I'm going to manifest, the things that I intend to create, the things that I want to invite into my into my life in all different areas of my life. So, it was a subtle feeling, but I'm so receptive and tuned into myself and what I'm feeling that I noticed it. And that's, there's so much beauty in writing because you can really, so long as you're being real with yourself, you can really capture these feelings, even when they're very, small. Like it wasn't this major feeling that was kind of consuming me. It was like a pebble in the shoe, and I felt it, I called it out. And the coolest thing happened. And this is essentially what inspired the Solosode right now. I found myself feeling like, why am I feeling haste? Why is there a sense of impatience within me? I feel like when we're feeling that energy, we're really operating from a place of lack, right? So if you kind of move through the layers and get to the core of where that emotional state comes from, it's a place of lack. Like you don't have what you want yet. So it's triggering this, sense of kind of urgency within you that's not really comfortable. It's so unnecessary. So ultimately you're operating from a place of lack. That is never a good place to be operating from. Personally, I don't ever want to be operating from a place of lack. It feels like a very kind of disrespectful place. This is just my personal take on it. But, in evaluating myself in that moment, it's like, whoa, hold on. You have so much. And I'm not mean to myself by any means. It's a beautiful moment because it's, like I said, it's just being real with yourself to say like, wait, slow down. I get it. You want these things. You're going to have these things. You're going to create these things. These things are going to enter your life, but that you make it harder for it to enter when there's tension, when there's a sense of kind of clinging and gripping. So what do you have to do? You have to let go, and you need to focus from a state of wholeness. And to me, that's, very synonymous with appreciation. So in that moment, I started writing out all the wonderful things that have been happening, to me, for me in my life, the things that I have. I mean, even just the beautiful moment that I was able to offer myself of just solitude, sitting there peacefully, not being rushed, and just allowing myself to connect deep within myself and reflect and create intentions, get super aligned with this higher version of myself so that I can lead the rest of my day with this version of myself, which I know will only produce the best results for myself and for my day. So, and truly, like, as I'm writing these things that I appreciate and really feeling them, it pivoted me, and I thought about, okay, well, this is, it's no secret. This is not something that's new to me. But for some reason, today's, feeling that today really struck a chord with me of like, damn, we always have the choice. Where are you looking? Are you looking from a place of what you don't have or what hasn't happened yet? Or are you looking from a place of what you do have and what is happening? I really believe in the idea that like attracts like. It's truly how my whole life is, like how I go about my whole life, right? So you got to think, like, if that is your mindset as well, if you're operating from a place of lack, of something missing, what are you attracting? More of that. But if you're operating and creating from a place of wholeness, a place of fullness, like you have so much, and and so much of what makes you feel good, you're going to get more of that. I know that to be the case because my life has already shown that to me over and over and over again. So, but the cool thing to really point out here is, even though that is the case for me, it doesn't make me immune to these feelings of, impatience or moments of haste, especially because when you really want things, and it's kind of coming from a beautiful place. It's like your desire is so deep. You really believe in it. You're worthy of it. You're so ready for it. All of that stuff. It's wonderful. But when it starts to take over the sense of harmony and ease and flow, you're not moving from a place of appreciation anymore. You're not living from a place of wholeness. You're living in the crack in between. And it's a crack that doesn't need to live there. That's another thing to really point out here. We invite those cracks to exist. Don't put a crack in the bridge that is going to, get you from where you are to where you want to be, to that thing that you want to create, to that person you want to invite in. No cracks. It's so empowering to know that we have the ability to truly not invite those cracks in. And let's just say that there is a crack. You're having a hard one. You're having a moment where you found yourself in a crack. You don't even know how the fuck you got there, maybe, you also have the power to mend the crack. And, in the example of this morning for myself today, it was as simple and as beautiful and as enjoyable as just writing down the wonderful things that are constantly unfolding for me in my life. Constantly. And no matter what challenges exist in, your life and my life and our lives, I truly believe that there's always something that we can look towards to appreciate, always. And it really comes down to, it comes down to where you want to be looking from. It's a choice. If you want to stay in a place that doesn't feel good, it's a choice, truly. Some might argue that and say, no, it's hard, but it might be hard to move from a state of not feeling good or being deep in that crack to mending it, for sure. I'm not saying it's always going to be easy to pivot, but ultimately it's a choice. It starts with a decision that, says, I don't want to live in this crack. I don't want to live from this place of not feeling good. I really want to, manifest my life from a state of wholeness, from a state of love, from a state of, worthiness. And I think that when we point our focus and our mindset towards the areas of appreciation for what we are, for what we do, for what we have, it feels like magic. But you know what? It's not magic. It's literally a focus that is available to each and every one of us every single day of our lives, literally 24/7. Maybe not when you're asleep, but aside from that, it's always available to us. So it was a powerful feeling for me. It really inspired this episode. I think that this episode is going to bridge me into a solosode where I kind of break down my morning ritual and, create some kind of practical tools that can, if you don't have your own morning ritual, your own morning connection, time that you offer yourself, I think that I can really, inspire a few different ways to help you create one, because truly it's my favorite time of day. And I firmly believe that how we start our mornings really dictates how we go about the rest of our day. It doesn't mean that, we start our morning feeling amazing and we offer ourselves this time, and so we're not going to have any challenges. No, I'm not saying that at all. There will be challenges from time to time that arise, even if you have the most radical moment with yourself in the morning. But here's the thing that I can guarantee. Whatever challenges you do, have to face throughout the day, when you've offered yourself a moment of connection, a moment of, time where you can really appreciate what you have in your life, who you are, set intentions, really get down and get clear and focus. I promise you that whatever challenges arise throughout the day, your ability to handle them with the composure is so much more substantial than if you kind of just woke up chasing your ass, like, running from one thing to another and not taking that time to really connect with yourself. I mean, let me kind of end this episode from this idea. Had I not taken that time to sit down and really, observe myself without judgment and, really ask myself, like, where is this feeling coming from? And then from that place, start to mend the crack, if you will, by focusing on what I appreciate. And then feeling this pivotal emotional state within me going from, impatience and haste to a sense of ease and harmony. And I fucking got this, and it's all happening. If I skip that time to myself, I think that I wouldn't be sitting here right now feeling fucking awesome, feeling like I'm ready to kick ass today, feeling like I know it's all happening, and I'm going to move from that energy, a very secure, confident energy that's going to, inspire all of the actions that precede this moment right now. Yeah. I mean, what else can I say? It's like, don't we want to operate from that version of ourselves as many days as possible in our life? Fuck, I do. So much to where I thought that it would be cool to share it with you in case this was just, I don't know, something that you needed to hear right now. And maybe it inspires you to stop right now and just take a few moments to really appreciate all that you have in your life and all that you are. Maybe it inspires you to start a morning ritual where you do implement this, time for yourself, where you do take notice of what you have and what you've been doing and who you are, and set your intentions for the day. I mean, I hope that it does leave you feeling inspired in this way. And like I said, I'm going to create a solosode about a morning ritual because I think it's just a dope practice. And it's truly like the MVP to me feeling great throughout the day and feeling capable and moving the needle forward, handling my business and getting shit done. And I want to create, I want to offer you guys as many kick-ass tools for your arsenal, to create your greatest self, your most high-performing self, and a life that reflects it as much as I can. So we'll do that next time. But for now, I hope that this inspired your most grateful self to be activated and to move you through the rest of your day or your night, whatever it is for you. And yeah, you guys, thank you so much again for spending your time here with me. I treasure it with all my heart, and I look forward to the next one. Thanks so much. Thanks for taking the time to check out this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please share it with your friends. Head over to iTunes, subscribe to this podcast, rate it, leave me an honest review. Let's connect. I am so excited to do that in this space and really create content that elevates your mind in support of your best performance in life. You can find me on Instagram at blackbeltbeauty. I'm active there every single day, and I look forward to connecting with you all. So thanks again, and I'll catch you on the next one.